It is absolutely vast out here. But you just keep casting. Keep wading through the sloughs, hoping that you might get a bite. But man, is it so rewarding when you do. This is where our story begins. Keith calls it the Nuttall store. It's been in his family since steamboats were a thing. It's a place where you can grab a soft-shelled crab sandwich, have a cup of coffee, and bump into people from the neighborhood. About an hour later, we were at our first destination, a spot that Keith said he had been fishing pretty much his whole life.
If I cast now, I'm not going to catch anything. You know, they're not deep.
So, as you can see, I'm in about knee-deep water here, out wet wade fishing, and I'd say we're about 100, maybe 150 yards plus from shore, and it's just knee-deep here in these troughs in between, about knee-high to chest-high, and we're basically scouting out and seeing where these trout are hunkered down. So something Keith just noticed is these schools of menhaden that are kind of circling us here. They're kind of pushing in and out of the troughs here, and the goal is to kind of follow them a little bit, get out ahead of them, and there seems to be a lot of action out here so far.
Right as I hit record to get some B-roll, we get our first hookup of the day. Perfect timing.
Good fish. He might be a citation. Oh, yeah, good fish. 22, 21.
You couldn't have timed that better. I was just planning on getting some B-roll, and that happened.
What you think of that nice little gator trout? Not a trophy, but it's a nice size fish.
After taking 5 minutes to remove a treble hook that had completely punctured Keith's hand, he informs me that this happens only once a year.
We're going to put a tag in her.
Very nice. You say, what do you think that is?
Right at 19 and a half. I want to tag her.
Okay.
She might be close to 20. Bring this thing over here. Most of them I have to yank those hooks up by myself. Yep, 20.
Our first fish was caught and tagged.
Beautiful. I'll get you on the release.
The tide was gaining on us, which wasn't that big of a deal. However, the wind had picked up quite a bit, so we decided to head back to shore and come back after dinner.
Get them great bigs.
That's Tootsie. And Keith is over there performing what most Marylanders would call an abomination to the crabs we got from his friend earlier. He removes its shell, one by one, tediously, while we shoot the breeze, anticipating what to expect the next day.
We were out there the other week going for drums.
Right.
And
I ate about half of those, so I think you might be on to something.
We just got in here, and she's a little bit chillier than she was earlier. But the wind's calmed down, so we're gonna get at it and see if we can't get a gator real quick before this sun goes down. Yep, fish on.
Are you videoing it?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nice trouts.
Man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Keith. Yes. Fantastic. Ah, yes. Yes.
They're showing up.
Hmm?
Lassoed him.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get this hook in there.
Yeah, I got my Gerber in there.
Same size.
Same size?
20 and a half. Yep.
There you go. So yeah, second cast on this one. Not bad. And what time? Sun's about to set here.
Sun's getting ready to set.
And where we at, Keith?
We're in the North River off Mobjack Bay.
All right, let's go ahead.
Let's go ahead and release her. Wade fishing speckled trout. Oh, there she goes.
There she goes. Okay.
There she goes.
Yeah, fish on. Oh, I foul hooked him. It's a bluefish. Got a bluefish. Little bluefish. All right. I hope you feel better. You got a little bit of pull. What's he getting hung up on? Yeah. No. It might be a school of bluefish, man. It's about 18.
Yeah, 17, 18.
Yeah. Okay.
Striper on the evening bite.
20-year situation.
The bite was on, and the conditions were absolutely perfect that evening. But the weather would present some challenges the next morning. Max, another local trout fisherman and one of Keith's friends, decides to be our captain for the day.
That's a nice trout.
Here he is. Trying to hook you.
What we come after? It's a good start. Males, him something?
Yeah, there you go.
Come on, male. Need some males. We got nice, good sized males. That's a nice 20-inch male there.
That's perfect.
All right, we got him here. We got a tag in him, and we're gonna let him go. It went off strong. How you like that little boat? You will buy it?
The tide had begun to ebb, so we decided to go on the other side of the bay, where we had been yesterday. We had fished for about an hour with no luck, so we headed back to where we came from, and that's when it happened. Keith had given a 15-minute warning before we were going to head into lunch. The tide was rushing like I hadn't seen before, and I was just grinding it out, tossing the topwater without a thought. And that's when I heard the explosion in the distance and felt the tension in my rod. Now Keith says it was 26 3/4, but I'm just gonna go ahead and round up to 27 on this one. It was officially my first citation trout.
Probably about 6.5 pounds. Wade in top water. She goes. Let her go here. All right, work her tail a little bit. She's going.
One might think that was the pinnacle, but it actually just kept getting better. With every cast that we took, the grind was starting to pay off.
Off we go.
I now understood what Keith was trying to show me. It was a style of fishing that was healing to the soul. One that embraces the senses and slows everything down. And now speckled trout had become a symbol for something more spiritual than I had expected.